Hello everybody, welcome to Erndales. My name is Dale and I'm coming to you from Western Manitoba, Canada. It is bright, finally. The sun is shining today. We've had nothing but cloudy, gloomy weather. We've had snow though, and I may try and take you out later to show you that. But today I want to talk about knitting and crocheting mainly. I've done quite a bit of both, and also about a new change in my life. So let's start with the knitting and crocheting. So I think I showed you, well, I know I showed you on one of the other videos that I've been doing socks, and this time of the year socks is it, because I give socks for Christmas gifts, as so many people do. So I think I showed this one to you before. This is the Beth's Piano sock by Kitchen Sink Shop, and it is sort of a sock along from her. She is she's issuing or publishing 3 sock patterns. One was on October 1st, that was this one, and then there's a new one came out on November 1st, and there will be another one on December 1st, and they're all from her favorite story of Little Women. So this is the Beth's Piano socks. I've only finished one because I had to do some other stuff first, but I haven't even finished this one, and I haven't started the November one. In fact, I've downloaded it, but I haven't even printed it out yet, because this is for myself. So this takes second fiddle to anything that I'm doing for Christmas. So this one's still all alone, hasn't got a mate yet, but it will once I get some of this other stuff done. But I did finish one of these. This is the super simple sock pattern by Allison Sarnoff. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I'm just making this out of scraps. This here is from a little baby sweater that I made for my great nephew Fritz, who just turned 1 and just started walking this week. I'm so excited about that, and I'm jiggling the table too. Anyway, this was Fritz's. I had left over from his sweater, and it's self-striping DK, so these are really heavy. And then the heel, toe, and cuff are from I don't know what that's from. It's little balls of leftover yarn. It was a Mary Maxim yarn of some kind, but it is a superwash wool for socks, but it is a DK weight as well. So I made these really heavy, long socks, and I'm not a fan of really long socks like this. I tend to make my own socks quite short, but these ones I think I'm going to use when I'm outside walking. You know, so there'll be a boot sock, but I actually love them. I love the colors, and it's nice to use up some balls of wool that have just been laying around for a year or so. So I've only got one done, but I have the other one cast on, and I don't think it's going to really match. I'm going to try and get it to match, but I don't have, I've reballed and I can rewound some of the balls to see if I can get the start where I need it, but I don't think it's going to be completely matched. So, but that's fine. It's for me. I really don't care. And then I finished this sock. This is for my son. It's not blocked yet. This is also the same pattern as that one actually, but my son doesn't like a long sock. He likes his more of a, what do you call these? I can't remember, but he likes a shorter sock. So this is for him, and this is going in his advent calendar. And I have also knit for his advent calendar. I've knit dishcloths, and I will show you that week, day by day. I will show you that advent calendar on my Vlogmas. I'm not going to even take you there right now. And while I'm speaking of that advent calendar, it's all complete except for one more sock. I got to do one more sock, and then I can start wrapping it and send it, because I do have to send it in the mail. So I'd like to have it out of here by the 20th of November for sure, so that he has it in time for December 1st. So this is just made out of, what is this? Croy. This is Croy FX. And it's a nice sock for men. I do like making socks for men out of Croy because it's a very durable, sturdy sock. And I think this is called Cascade Colors, if I am correct. I think I am. So I've got one more of these to do, and then I can get back to the other socks. I'm focusing on anything to do with the advent calendar, and this is the last thing that I have to do, is one more sock. I've also been trying to design a hat for myself. I love hats, but I can't wear a hat. I don't know why. I have a drawer full of hats that I have made for myself over the years, and they fit fine. They go on my head fine, but they don't stay on my head. And I don't know why. Maybe some of you have the same problem. I don't know. Give the clock its chance there. I don't know if it's my hair or I don't know what it is, but I put a hat on and it either goes this way or it goes this way or it goes this way. It just never stays on my head. So I'm trying to design a hat that will. So I decided that I would maybe try and do like a beanie style without a rim, tight to my head here, but looser up here. And it's not going so well. I don't know. Like, this is what I want to design it. I'm designing it on a flat right now. But I'm writing it all down so that I can redo it again in the round. But for right now, I just want to work it out on a flat. So this is all that I've got so far. Whoops, that's the wrong side. Hold on. That's all I've got so far. So this part here will be on my forehead, and then this part will be further on. And these rows are just going to continue up over my head. So like this. I don't know if this is going to work, but it is nice and tight. But already, see, it just, everything just slides off my head. And I'm very frustrated because I would love to be able to wear a hat. And I need to be able to wear a hat because, you know, our winters are really cold, which is why I always buy a coat or a jacket for winter that has a hood, because most times I can't wear a hat. So that's another thing. I'm sort of working on this just when I get tired of working on another project. I just pick this up, and I probably won't have this done anytime soon, I don't think. And then I had a big project. So I was on the internet one night, just kind of, I need a haircut. I was just kind of browsing around on YouTube, and I came across a YouTube channel called Ophelia Talks. I can't remember where she's from, someplace in the UK or someplace in Europe, maybe not even the UK. And she had a picture of a shawl that she did, and it's called the Reading Shawl. And I have shown pictures of my shawl around, and there's so many people across the world who are doing this Reading Shawl. It's crochet. And I haven't done a crochet project in a very long time. I was mostly a crocheter for many, many, many years. I've actually just knitting up again. I did both, but my preference was always crochet. And I did blankets and garments, and I did with thread and with wool. But I switched to knitting for some reason a few years ago, and I haven't really done any crochet. So in the last few months, I guess, I've been thinking about finding a crochet project. I've just felt like crocheting, and so I landed on this one. And I'm going to have to stand up to show it to you because I can't get it all in the frame here. So just give me a moment and I will show you the Reading Shawl. It's gorgeous. Isn't it lovely? I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to use it for evenings when I sit in my chair and knit or read or watch TV. I always have to have a throw over me. I don't know why. I need to snuggle in the evenings. And this is a snuggle shawl. This is something that I'm going to wear every night. It's not, it's quite heavy. I would like to make another one for summer out of a thinner yarn, but this for right now is just beautiful. I absolutely adore this shawl. So the Reading Shawl is by Ophelia Talks, and you have to get the pattern on her YouTube channel. There's a link on there. I looked and it's not anywhere else but on her own site, and it's a paid-for pattern. She used Stylecraft to make her, and it's worsted weight. She used a Stylecraft yarn to make hers, and hers was more variegated than mine. Mine has a little bit of variegation, but not that much. I couldn't find any Stylecraft here where I am, so I went to Mary Maxim, which I do a lot, and I got the Starlet worsted weight. Here's the ball band for it. And I got 8 balls, but I used 6. And this is the yarn that I use. This is the Starlet, and my colorway is Gray Heather. So I used 6 balls. I just started the 7th ball. I was only a few feet into the 7th ball. So I've got 2 left over. This is a 100-gram ball, approximately 180 yards, 165 meters. And it is worsted weight. And I used my hook size. Oh, I didn't write that down. The hook was, I think it was an H, which is, oh, I wish I would have written it down. I can't tell you that right now because I don't know. Anyway, this is the yarn that I used, and it is a Gray Heather. It variegates quite a bit. There was one part at the back there where there's a white strip. I don't know, it looks kind of odd. It sticks out, but you know, it doesn't matter. That's the way it's supposed to be. This is quite heavy, this yarn, but it's a very open, loosey, you know, the 2 sides are very open and holy, so I don't think it's going to be overly warm, but like I said, I'm going to use it in the evenings like I do a throw. I would like to make one maybe out of a sock weight yarn for summertime. It's a super, super easy pattern, but I don't know if it's the translating or what. This pattern, her pattern, was really mixed up. You know, if you are a complete beginner, you're going to have trouble reading this pattern. You won't have trouble making the the shawl, but the pattern is not written like I've ever seen any kind of a crochet pattern written. And that might be in the translation from her country to this country. I don't know. But once I got started, I just threw the pattern aside and I just kept going because I knew what I had to do to have the same outcome as what this pattern said. I honestly, I'm an experienced pattern reader for crochet and knitter and mostly crochet, and I was stumbled by the terminology in here. So that's just my take. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the pattern, but that was just what I found. But I had no problem making the shawl itself because I knew exactly what I had to do for the same outcome. So I've got almost 2 full balls of this left, and so I'm going to make some nice warm mittens. And I think if my hat progresses, maybe I can even get a hat because there's quite a bit in here. So that is about all my knitting and crocheting. Well, no, not quite. I still am working on these as well as now I'm going to be making some small little tree angels for a group that my husband is looking after. So that's next. But those little things come up really quickly or work up really quickly, and I won't have any trouble doing that. I have a little bit of time. Like I said before, my main focus is to get that Advent calendar done, and I've only got one more sock and it's done. So this week I'm focusing on the other sock of that, but I have ordered something. Now that I've revisited crochet again and enjoyed it so much, I couldn't put that shawl down. You know, I knew in my head I had to do some knitting, but I would pick that up and I would start knitting and or crocheting. So I have ordered something else that I think I'm going to start for Advent, and I'm going to show you the picture here right now. This is beautiful. I can't wait for it to come. I really can't. It's a kit. You ordered, all the materials come with it and the patterns. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me. And yeah, I can't wait for that to start. And I know I got to get all this other knitting done before that comes, because once that comes, I'm not going to be doing knitting. I just know that. The other thing that I haven't mentioned in a while is this Afghan. And it is, I haven't done anything to it in probably a month. This is the Afghan kit that I got from Hirschner's. It's called the Rosebud Afghan or something like that. I didn't bring the paper down. But yeah, it's pretty. It's really, really pretty. I was making this for a wraparound. I'm going to have lots of wraparounds this winter. So I can get back to this too as soon as I get that knitting done. This is a mindless knit. I can do this and watch TV very, very easily. And it's so nice and soft and cuddly. So that's it for knitting and crocheting. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that there are some life changes coming my way. And I have restarted up with Weight Watchers. This is a major thing for me. Before I got breast cancer, 2 years before I got breast cancer, which is now 17 years ago, I had lost 80 pounds on Weight Watchers, and I managed to keep it off no problem until I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Well, for the first year of the breast cancer, I was okay, but after I was put on tamoxifen for 5 years, the weight just started coming back on. And tamoxifen, what tamoxifen does is it takes all the estrogen out of your system, your body. And my cancer was estrogen driven, so it was necessary for me to have that done. But back then, there was not a whole lot of investigation about the effects of hormones on weight or things like that. Now, I mean, you see that everywhere, how your hormones really do affect your weight. And they've also now admitted that tamoxifen will cause weight gain in most women. So anyway, I gained my 80 pounds back plus. And I guess I got into the mindset of pick your poison, Dale. Do you want cancer or do you want to be overweight? And I did nothing about it. I let it go. And now I've come to another plateau. I went through another cancer last year, which I'm fine. And but I just need the weight gone. So I've put myself back on Weight Watchers. I've joined it online because I can't go to meetings or anything here like that. And I set a goal for myself to lose 120 to 30 pounds. It sounds drastic, but I need to do something. I don't feel good. I can't walk. My bones are hurting me. And it's really affecting my gardening, which I do not want anything to affect my gardening because if you watch me long enough, you know how much I love my gardens. So that's what I'm doing. I started at the beginning of the week, and of course, I haven't gotten on the scale yet. I'm going to go back to the method that I used before. I only weigh myself once a week, and I'm not obsessed with the scale. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the food part of it. Not that I don't know what to do, I do, but this program is a little different from the Weight Watchers that I went on to. That one, when you started, they gauged your points according to the weight that you currently are. This one is not like that, I don't think. So I'm starting at, I think the other one I started at like 35 points. This one I'm starting at 23 a day, and I'm finding I'm a little bit hungry. Well, actually I'm finding I'm quite hungry. So it's been a bit of a challenge, but I'm not gonna, when I make up my mind to do something, I do it. And so I hope that you will see me disappear on the screen over the months to come. That's my goal. And if any of you are on this same goal, please let me know, because we can kind of help each other along. I totally believe in Weight Watchers. I know it works. I've done it before. Like I said, I did 80 pounds a long time ago, and I know it works. And it works for me because for me, it is the keeping track that keeps me on track. And there is not very many other programs that do that. So wish me luck and come along with me if you have this same issue as I do. I just want to feel healthy and not have pain in my hips and my knees. And I think I can do it. And even if I only do 80, I'll be happy. I mean, right now, if I did 20, I'd be happy, but I'm going for 120. So let's see how we do with this. So that's all I've got for you today. I am going to put on my boots, and I have Bert's to feed outside, and I think I have one to feed inside. He's kind of getting a little upset. It must be getting close to lunchtime. So I will bid you a fond farewell. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, everybody, and I will see you again really soon. Bye for now.